belongings. Now, to kick off CMI 18, I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker, Chris N. West. He's an award-winning speaker, marketing expert, and entrepreneur. Chris is an internet marketing expert who is dedicated to helping organizations utilize SEO and digital marketing to expand their businesses, sharing a wealth of actionable ideas that organizations can use right away to produce a positive difference in their marketing and business team's success. The focus of Chris's career is to help marketing teams save time and focus on what matters by utilizing the latest online tools. Formerly, Chris served in a position at Google, where he worked in the area of marketing key products. His career has taken him to 46 states with cities outside of the United States. Chris was on the team that helped launch Google Fiber in Kansas City. This consisted of working with small businesses and small business owners who wanted new technology, training them on all the useful Google tools available. Chris also managed advertising campaigns across multiple websites while working for a publishing company in the energy sector. His career advancement aided him in qualifying to become a member of the National Speakers Association, NSA. With his proven track record, Chris was awarded the Nito Cubain Scholarship from the National Speakers Association to pursue his MBA. This award is only given to a person actively pursuing a career in speaking and entrepreneurship. As a board member of the American Marketing Association, SA, in 2011, he was awarded Volunteer of the Month. Chris has worked with team members at Lionsgate, Yamaha, and multiple universities. Chris obtained his BBA in marketing from the University of Texas, San Antonio, where he served as president of AMA UTSA. He also holds certifications in Google Analytics and eMarketer. Thank you, Chris, for sharing your insights on top marketing trends for results.
All right, thanks. Anybody got caught in the fire alarm last night? Okay, so luckily this conference starts at 1 o'clock, right? So we still got to sleep in. So did you know 92% of people who consume online video share it with their friends? When I saw that statistic, I was really surprised. But what does that mean for you? That means that people are consuming this content, but your organization wants to be some of the content that's consumed by all these people and shared. So we're going to talk about different things today. 3 things. 1 is engagement. 2 is getting found more. And 3 is video. So all these 3 things we're going to really go into detail and what's trending and what to really focus on these. First, engagement. We hear this word all the time, every day, all day, right? About how to get more engagement. And so we want to think about how can we get our students and people that are in the organization to create the engagement for us, to create moments. So I wanted to start off with a quick video on how we can create moments and then go throughout the presentation for the rest of the session. So notice how 2 things happened. They were looking for something, and the organization or the product was there at that moment when they needed it. So this is something you want to think about throughout the conference is how do you create moments when these people that are in your organization, in your target audience, when do they need it? And how can you help them, how can they create moments for you so they can be the marketers for your organization? Look at the stats. The second most asked question about marketers is, how do you create more engagement? So of course we know that's really popular, right? So we want to think about how can we create engagement. And the first thing you want to ask yourself is, what do we really sell? We know we sell services for our different departments in our universities. Maybe we know that we want to bring more students to our activity center. But what do we sell in the customer's mind and the student's mind, and also the parent's mind, whoever is involved in our target audience? For example, Nike doesn't sell sports apparel. What do they sell? Anybody want to mention?
Performance.
Shoes, performance, okay, performance. So people might say they sell performance. They sell maybe the fact that you can look at while you're doing any sporting activities. But in reality, they sell, let me let y'all guess, what does they sell? Who do they endorse? Athletes, right? Athletes that do what?
Well.
Athletes that do well, right? So they endorse winning. So they just don't endorse any athlete, they endorse the winners. So when they promote on social media or digital marketing, what they're talking about is the winning as well, and also how can you buy the product and win at the end of the day. Many people might have heard that study about how people don't buy based off the product, but based off how maybe they look to their friends and family. So that's what you want to think about. What is the end goal, and what do you really sell? So whenever you see they're posting, they're not just posting shoes, they're posting emotional stories, they're posting content related to winning or performance, just like someone said earlier. De Beers doesn't sell diamonds, what do they sell? Whoever gets this right gets a free trip to Houston.
Love.
Not really. Not really. Love?
Love.
Promise? There we go, forever. Give her a hand. So they sell forever. So so you want to think, what do you really sell? You're not just selling in activities, you're selling maybe diversity. When you're posting on social media, when you're connecting on email marketing, you're selling the experience that they're going to get when they use your services. And that's what you want to post. That's what you want to think about when you're posting. And once you answer this question, as far as what do you sell, the question of what to post on social media is going to be easy to answer. Because once you know that, you already know what they want and what they're into, and then that can kind of guide you on what kind of content to engage in. Once you know that about what you really sell, you want to think about how can you format that to different areas on digital marketing. Because as we know, there's different voices on social media, right? People act differently. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, they all act differently on these platforms. So let's look at this. I'm eating a donut. Where would somebody put this? What platform?
Instagram.
Instagram, okay. I'm checking at Dolly's Donuts. Facebook, okay. Here's how to eat a donut. YouTube, okay. My skills include donut eating. LinkedIn. Okay. LinkedIn, so that's what you put on LinkedIn. So this is how they'll be acting. You want to know how they're acting on social media, right? So this is a good example. Here's a donut recipe.
Pinterest.
Okay, so we got a lot of Pinterest users? Pretty much, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed of it, right? Okay. So this is what you want to consider. We talked about what you sell, and then formatting that to those different types of platforms. Now, once you know that, you want to think about moments, as we mentioned earlier. You want to consider. We talked about what you sell, and then formatting that to those different types of platforms. Now, once you know that, you want to think about moments, as we mentioned earlier. But remember, how can you enable other people to create moments? And how can you watch out for moments that are being created to take advantage? So a good example here is, look at this. This person, Morton Steakhouse. So it's a well-known steakhouse across the country. He posted on Twitter, he said, hey, can you meet me at the airport with a steak? He was just joking. So, he was just joking. Can you meet me at the airport with a steak? That would be great, thanks. Right? And so guess what? They met up with them with a steak at the airport. Right? So this is a great example of how an organization is watching out for what's being said, and then they can take advantage of that, and they can create a moment. And guess what? Now, there's multiple things happening here, right? So for one, they have a customer out there doing the marketing for them, instead of them always promoting, always promoting. Why is it not a good idea to always to have some user-generated content? Cheaper, right? Authentic, right? You don't want to be a brand that's always out there trying to sell and promote about what you're doing. You want third-party testimonials, especially from customers. So that's more believable, and like someone said, it's more authentic. All right, so they met up with them. All right, so a good example. So think about how are you monitoring what's being said on the internet about you so you can help create those moments. All right, so you can help. And look at this. It increased their brand image. It shows good customer service. Because guess what? I think they were about 20 miles away from the airport at the time. So they had to act really fast in order for them to get that. They had to create the steak, remember? All right? And they had to drive there to the airport just to create that moment. So how far are you willing to go to create that engagement? Another thing you want to think about is questions. So questions can mean many different things. So we spend all this time doing research, trying to figure out what's the best way to engage, what's the best time to post, what type of content to post. In reality, the question is, we have our audience right in front of us, and we're not asking that many questions to them. The audience can tell us what they want to hear, right? The audience can be the marketers for us, so they can create content for us, and they can tell us what other people want to see. Especially in this kind of market when it comes to college students, right? So they'll tell you what they want. So remember, always ask them questions, and this can be questions on the internet, on social media. Gets shared the most, of course. It also keeps people coming back. And of course, you're thinking about, it can be any type of strong emotion that you feel. And I'm pretty sure most people in here, they've connected more with emotional content. This is the content that people take 5 minutes out of the day to watch a video because it's emotional. This is content that they're going to send their friends after they watch it, or after they're going to open up an email and compose an email and send them a video because it's so emotional to connect with. Again, that's another thing that I did in the past. More emotion in all of my content. So look at this. The top emotions that generate viral content. We have awe, laughter, joy. So you want to think about all this when you're recruiting, whether it's email marketing, whether it's even your website, or even social media. So consider that. And I'm gonna give you a way to get all these statistics afterwards, so you don't have to write too much of it down. Right? So let me tell you a story about, I still don't understand this. I still don't understand what's going on with this. Look at this. My picture, I usually post a picture of myself. I get about maybe 20, 21 likes. So I do decent. But for some reason, when I post a picture of me and my wife, it gets like over 100 likes. I don't know. They say because she looks good, right? All right. So here's a picture of us. Got a picture. There she is right here. You can see it. Pink vibe to join you on this. But yeah, I still don't understand it. So emotional content gets the most engagement. So think about, how can you generate emotion? And then person replied, you need to. They took the picture. All right. And then so what type of emotions was there? And now let's go into getting found, easier. That's the second segment. So getting found. So what happens is we go to the office, we do all this content, and then we have to continue to post content to get traction. But how about getting found a little bit easier? Instead of always posting and then waiting for an engagement, how about you're getting engagement based off of what you did weeks ago or months prior? So let's consider what we want to. What are people typing in to get to your rec center and your website and your department? Right? So that's what you want to think about. What are people typing in? And something surprised me when it comes to this next statistic. 41% of people say they started using voice search within the last 6 months. Voice search. So what does that mean for you? That means you got to start thinking about, what are these students saying in their smartphones? All right, what are they typing in? What are they saying? And with this one, there's a lot of tools out there that can figure out, okay, what words people are typing in, but you still want to think about be more predictive. All right, before you even use the
Just saw a
tool,
great keynote by Chris West. It was fantastic. A lot of great content, a lot of great humor. Kept it moving. Kept a great way to start the conference. Can't think of a better way for it to be.
My name is Edelbert. I'm from Associated Students, San Jose State University. I really enjoyed Chris's presentation. His keynote was data-driven, and he really gave a lot of specific examples, which I will definitely bring home to my team. So thank you very much.
So we just finished keynote speaker Chris West at our College Marketing Institute conference. It was great, well informative. I think higher ed is missing this piece, and I think he's a great addition. Hope to see him again soon.